morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of All Sports Podcast. My name is Sumit Karav. I'm one of your co-hosts.
My name is Lachlan Turner, one of your other co-hosts, and it's afternoon, by the way, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, whatever.
And I'm the final co-host, Liam McDonald. And yeah, well, it's bold of you to assume that I'm going to have this edited and ready to go in the morning.
And everybody, the link to our socials will be in the description down below. So be sure to check them out.
That's in 2 weeks. You've lost your shit at the start.
Once again,
no,
I'm not cutting it. We're soldering on, buddy. You better compose yourself.
Absolutely. Continue on.
I can't believe I did that. All right, boys. How was your weekend? I heard that you guys were very lucky from the spamming of messages you guys sent last night.
Well, It was definitely a close game, that's for sure.
Was it a one-day or a two-dayer?
One day.
It was a one-day.
But it was made tough by the fact that I didn't have either of my star opening bowlers because I got stolen by the threes.
So me and the other opening bowler got bumped up to B grade, and 16 hours before the game, they decided to forfeit because they only had 6 players. And so I rocked up at Liam's game.
He umpired 36. He umpired our whole batting inning.
Yeah, because I was itching to go. Like literally, I was like, I want to do something. Like somebody get injured so I can sub in for you.
Okay, look, to wish an injury on somebody is actually like pretty low.
Mate, would you like me to bring up your rants on fucking Call of Duty? I hope you
Oh,
get
yeah, no.
That's white line fever. That's different.
No, okay, no. You know, fair point. You've made a case. We don't need to bring that shit up.
But no, look, their bowlers were slow, and everyone got fucked in by the slowness.
And yet, didn't Lane was telling me that he hit one out to cow corner after
Hey, okay, to be fair, I hit one to cow corner for 6.
Yeah, that was a good one.
2 fours out there. And then there was a nice, juicy full toss that my eyes lit up and I whacked it. And
he sort of forgot that there was a fielder there.
The guy nearly dropped it too. That's the worst part.
That's true. He actually caught it on the second chance.
I was like, yes, he's dropped it. And then he caught it again.
Literally, he was running in. He walks in, right? He's running and then he walks. Literally does this. This happens. And the ball just flips out, right? And then he's watching it and then takes another one. For a second, I had hope, and then I'm like, "Fuck."
Okay,
and then our second opening batsman, the Victorian player, got done in by an absolute shit of a ball, and he just pumped it straight up in the air and lobbed it straight to mid-on.
All right. So in the end, did you guys end up winning?
They did. It was close because they needed 26 from the last 4 overs, but good tight bowling, and they won. You guys won by what, 18 runs or something?
Like 17? We scored 117. They scored 99.
They scored 99. Yeah, so yeah, they won by like 18 runs. So
okay.
So the last 4 overs were good bowling, but there were a couple of bits in between when I was like, shit, yeah, we might lose this.
All right, that's not bad.
But yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Did your games get to play?
So Saturday was the 2-dayer. Played Mount Waverley at our ground. And look, our bowling started off really well. I think after 20 overs, they were something for 50. I think they lost 2 wickets for 50. And I thought, okay, this is all right. But after that, it was after a certain time, it was just like crunch time. They were going I think after 30 overs, they were going at 2 and over, and then they were, I think, 5 for 140 at one point, but ended up making 9 for 330 after their 80.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think the number 7 batsman came in and just started tonking everything. He smacked a 6. One of the number 4 batsman for them scored 100. It was a well-deserved 100. And as usual, I was having a good chat to the scorer of Mount Waverley. So it was telling me stuff. Sunday was a bit of a I mean, we got a result, but I think in total there were like 50 over, like just over 50 overs of the 100 in a one-day game in Premier cricket. We ended up off our 31 overs. We ended up making was it 30? It was 30 something, 30 something overs. We made 140, 5 for 140. As you can hear, my birds were very excited by the result. And we restricted Melbourne at one point. They were 6 for 25, needing to get to 114 after 22. And we ended up winning by was like 4, no, not 4, like 5 runs in the end. So they recovered really well. And the next time we play Melbourne, it's at the MCG. Like,
don't get too excited, buddy.
Can't complain. But no, they ended up winning. So it was a bit. It was interesting. Obviously, it was really long. The game finished at 6:30 on Sunday. So
oh wow.
After, I mean, we had about 4 or 5 delays, and when a couple of times they put the covers on, and then it stopped raining. So then they went back out and just started again. But thankfully, with the new the scoring app, it's easy to calculate the DLS after they tell us the overs. So
because it does it for you.
Yep. Yeah. So it does it for us. So that was all right. And obviously this week it's back at Box Hill for day 2. Hopefully we can chase down their 3:30 odd, and then it's down in Geelong on Sunday. So that's all right. Well, my car's getting fixed either Tuesday or Wednesday. Definitely, it's definitely getting fixed. So I'll just have if it's a nice day, the moonroof open and stuff, and the windows down, and just cranking up my radio, and but can't complain.
Watch out, Geelong. Watch out.
Watch out. There's a just watch out. There'll be a loud cunt driving down. Oh, probably shouldn't have said that. But look, anyway, so I feel like, we fucked up earlier when we started this, right? We fucked up. When I say I probably fucked up. I thought about this and just didn't get to mention it, but now we do. You know what we haven't done, guys?
What's that?
We haven't told everybody that listens where our love of sport first, where it came from.
Where did it come from?
Where did it come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
No, you're.
Oh, that was out of nowhere. That was good.
Where'd you go?
Look,
I wasn't expecting that.
But okay, well, look, mate, well, where did it come from? Your earliest sporting memories of, I'm actually fascinated to hear this, because I know you guys pretty much know mine because I just keep harping on about it. But what about you guys? I actually don't really know. I know Lane used to play football, but somewhat I don't fucking know. And I've known you for like, we're getting close to 10 years, so.
I don't know. Like, I first started playing cricket in New Zealand. My parents sent me to this training camp where they taught us how to bowl and stuff. And my earliest memory is everyone being shocked and surprised that I bowled with my left hand instead of my right. So
yeah, because
were you also bowling front foot no balls back then too?
Well, they didn't have the crease back then, so no. I think it stuck with me. No, but I think I got really into cricket when I was in India, the 3 years I lived there. I think most days I would go down because we used to live in an apartment complex. There used to be like this huge area. You had 7, 8 buildings. I had friends in each building. We used to come down every night, play some cricket from like 5 to 8 or whatever. I think, and we used to talk about like IPL and international stuff, and I guess that's where it started. When I came to Australia, I did play a couple of seasons, like proper leather ball cricket for the first time, but it wasn't like I wasn't like that super into it. I didn't know I was pretty knowledgeable about cricket, but I wasn't like that into it. But then, yeah, I don't know. Slowly, I think when we used to play in high school, year 10, 11, 12, I think that's when I properly got into it and started and playing club cricket properly after that.
All right. Well, okay. Well, no, I didn't know that. So what? You started playing cricket in New Zealand?
In New Zealand, yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
I
Well,
was like,
I
I
dead
was
set
like
did not know that, and
6.
I've known you for like 7 or 8 years. So I feel,
Yeah, I
I
don't
feel,
know.
I
I
feel
think
like
How
an
much you talk
absolute
about
tool.
yourself, buddy?
I feel like a fucking tool. Okay, Liam. What
no,
about you?
I think I started out when I was like 6 or 7 or something. I
Yeah.
even have an award actually. We won the championship so back in 2008.
Oh, look, you're winning flags.
7.
Maybe you can inspire the lads over at Berwick Springs and here to win championships. Oh, sorry,
Oh,
Liam.
mate, you know what? You know what? Last season, Liam's team got into the grand final, and the first thing that he says this season is, "We're gonna do one better and actually win a flag this season." So, you know what? I'm there to help them do that.
Well, so wait, you're going to make sure that you play like shit when you get promoted to the upper grades just to play in the force with Liam.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Righto. All right, Liam, what about you? You know, I know you, as I said, I know you played football, but surely you have like an earlier memory.
Well, I did Auskick, but I don't really remember a lot about Auskick except for because I did it at Casey Stadium back when it had like that indoor. But yeah, um, and I one of my earliest memories was I was taking a kick in, and I could actually kick it far enough that I could kick it from full back and kick a goal. But they had a rule that you couldn't have a shot for goal from over halfway.
What?
And I
Wow,
know,
just
That
so
I mean,
you,
sucks.
so you're
That
the reason
sucks.
why that rule's in.
but and then another memory I've got is playing footy. It would have been like grade 1 at school, and deliberately kicking a point and whacking my hip like Matthew Richardson did every time he missed. You know how Richo lost the plot every time he kicked a point? I would
Yep.
deliberately kick a point so I could lose the plot.
So purposely, just
It was that
Because
fun
I
for
was
you. You just
pretending to
had
be
to.
I was pretending to be Matthew Richardson.
Oh.
all right. Wow.
Internally, he was screaming every time he got a point. He was like, yes, yes.
Yeah, in your head, you're like, fuck yeah, I kicked the point.
But yeah, cricket. There was a parent of a kid I went to school with saw me playing cricket with my friends at school and told my mum you should get him playing actual cricket.
That's where that began.
Yeah,
All right. No, that doesn't sound
and
too
And
bad.
it's culminating with him being the captain of the C grade team currently.
yeah, lucky me. I'm such a great captain.
I mean, you know
Yeah,
what,
actually, I
dude,
want to know.
dude,
So, what do you like as a
three-
captain? Are you laid
3
back
and
or are
3
you like
wins.
really intense?
I've been nicknamed Captain Grumpy.
Oh,
You know what?
no.
I mean, but the thing is, he's got a reason, to be honest.
Literally, the
Like,
first thing I did as captain, like in a game, was we
fucking
we
bake
we were
us.
we had them 2 for fuck all in the first game, and I gave everyone a fucking spray because it's like, hey, because everyone was fucking around in the field, like taking their sweet time getting the ball back and like piffing it
Mm.
at mid off instead of passing it to him. And it's like, hey, pull your heads out of your asses and let's fucking win this thing instead of acting like we've already won this thing. Or
Yeah,
something like
literally.
that.
No, see,
First thing he
yeah,
does is
yeah,
he
that's
bake
not.
us,
I
but then
look. That sounds intense, but I wouldn't call that being a fucking cunt. I'd be saying you're pulling your fucking
Tell
team
that
in
to my
line.
team. Tell that to my team.
Well, fucking tell them to fucking grow a pair and actually harden the fuck
Yeah.
up.
and the thing is, you know what's worse than that? He was overshadowed by someone else actually saying shit. I think as soon as he started baking us, Jacko started
Yeah,
saying,
there's
yeah,
another
yeah,
guy in
we
our
need to
team that
fucking pull our heads out of our asses, guys. And I'm like, okay, okay, I'm not gonna say anything. Okay. I mean, okay.
reinforcing the captain's message is what I like to call it.
Yeah. I mean, I
All
don't
right.
think he was the person that was supposed to do that, but you know, He's Captain Grumpy. Pratt is Captain whatever. So yeah, Pratt goes with anything.
All right. Nice to know. Well, now, you know what? I'm gonna change your nickname on Messenger to Captain Grumpy. I actually think that
What is your nickname on Messenger? I forgot.
it's this. I think it's Stone something because I mentioned
Stone Goat or something?
yeah, Stone Goat. I can't even remember
It
why.
is Stone Goat.
What?
I can't remember why.
What have you done to me?
No, hang on. I can't. Why is it? I'm pretty sure you called yourself
Stone
that.
Goat?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was
I
because
didn't do that.
I'm
Where the
I'm
fuck are
pretty.
you, Pedro Pascal? What the fuck?
What's mine?
Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Tell
Don't
me
tell him.
right fucking now.
Lachie, you know exactly what it is.
Hang on, I'm gonna fucking check, and if it's something,
You know exactly what it is.
no,
It's
I
in
actually
reference to
don't.
something.
Wait, someone, what did you do?
Captain Grump? Where's the Y, dipshit?
Nah, Captain Grump sounds worse.
What the
Wait,
fuck?
what the
Now-
fuck? Hang on a second.
Now
Why
I
is
actually
that-
am grumpy.
Hang on a fucking second. Why is that my nickname? I didn't fucking.
How
When-
did
when
you not notice?
I did. Hang on. When the fuck did you change that?
That's been there like
So,
that for like
Do you
half
remember
a year
when
at
me and
least.
Adrian had our spam of like the letters of the alphabet,
Oh, for
and
fuck's
somewhere in there, the message got lost that you changed that Lachlan's nickname.
Are you fucking serious? Well, that is getting changed.
No, it's not. You can't change your own
Oh.
nickname.
Fucking yes.
No,
Hang on, no, I didn't come up with the nickname. I get called this. So how about you fucking suck it?
that's the point of a bloody nickname. You don't make up your own. My
I didn't
bloody-
know. I didn't know. I said no. You didn't fucking hear me properly. I said this nickname was given to me. I didn't fucking
Yeah.
call myself this. You numpty.
That's what nicknames are. You.
Wait,
dipshit.
so what do you want it to be then?
I will. You know, I'll do it after the recording.
No, you're going to tell me
No,
right
I'm
now
gonna.
and I'm
You know what?
gonna
No,
approve
fuck
it.
you. I'm gonna leave you in suspense now.
We're waiting for admin approval here, punk.
Yeah.
Who
you
is
know
the
what?
fucking? Hang on, who the
Yeah.
fuck made this group chat? Actually, I don't even know.
Who's the admin?
It was me.
Ah, there you go. Someone's the
Fuck.
admin.
All right, well, fuck him anyway. Oh, okay. So
I'm-
get
yeah,
back on
sure.
topic. We're going back to early sporting memories now. Fuck, do I have some? So, you know, you guys, everyone knows me as this really fucking loud and passionate person when it comes to football, right?
Definitely loud.
And passionate. You
agreed.
can't-
I will back you up on the loud like
Mhm.
3
But-
times over.
You take, and I'm ratting myself out here for this, but you take sore loser into that as well, and hated losing. That is what I was
can see
like
that.
when I would watch Essendon week after week. I recall. I'll give you two very good stories, right? Like, and by the way, I loved football back then. Like, I just loved it because I go to football on Saturday, watch Eltham play because my dad had, you know, my dad was involved with the football club. Come home, football. So I lived and breathed it. Like, football was just, it's all I thought about. That's what I played at recess and lunch at school. It's what I'd go watch on Saturday. And it was just that. But on top of that passion, there was just an element of like sore loser. And I'll give you a prime example. So, I may have mentioned this to Lane before. So it was 2008. It was late in the season. Essendon were playing Richmond on a Sunday. And my grandma and grandpa came over to watch us, like look after my brothers and I. And we put the game on. You know, it was live. And Essendon lost by 4 points. Mind you, this was the game where Joel Bowden.
Oh no.
This was the game where Joel Bowden, right? Back then, there was no deliberate rush behind rule. So you could be 30 meters away from the opposition's goal, and you could turn around. If there's nothing you like upfield, you can turn around and boot it. And it's what Mark Williams did in the grand final that year. If you actually go look at some of the points, he was 40 meters out, turned back, and kicked it straight through Geelong's goals, the Hawthorn player at the time. And I it's fair to say I carried on like a pork chop. I didn't like it, but
Turns out the AFL didn't like it much either.
it's a it's a shame that it had to come to that for them to be like, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't allow teams to kick it deliberately into the other team's points. Maybe. Anyway, my grandma, after that, she saw how distraught I was. And mind you, I was 8 years old at the time. I was 8. And for a few years after that, if Essendon were in a close game, she'd message my dad asking if I was okay.
That's nice. That's nice.
Obviously it's nice of her to do that, but it never should have happened. Now, my favourite one was the 09 Anzac Day game where I decided it was a Saturday. And my pa said to my mum and dad, who warned my pa not to look after me because of the way I carried on, and my pa said to them, nah, I'll be right. Little did he know, everything was not all right.
The little terror he was watching the footy with.
Well, he's a Collingwood fan. So, and obviously, back then,
good for him this season.
To me now,
Summit, there's no need for that sort of rubbish.
Like now, I respect Collingwood. Like I don't like them, but I respect them. Back then, I fucking hated it. Like if they were winning a game, I'd crack the shits. Even if Essendon weren't playing against them, I'd crack it. Like that's how much I hated.
You were a proper hater. Like it's not just against the Essendon. It's just you're just a proper hater.
Yeah, no, I dead set hated them. Like I used to.
There's a reason that people either like Collingwood or hate Collingwood.
And I was one that fucking hated them. And obviously this game got really close. And I think Essendon got to a 16-point lead, but all the talk, because David Hill did his knee. So they were one rotation down, which they made it out to be a big deal. And it looked like Essendon were going to get overrun because they were down by about 15 points.
That sounds like this year's Anzac Day where I was telling you everything was okay.
Yeah, and we all know how that fucking turned out. Not only for them, but for you. The bake that you fucking copped from me.
For trying to support your team.
Yeah, how dare you? No.
What a terrible friend.
And but late in that game, I really flipped it. Like I was dead set. Like I was in tears on the ground. My pa was telling me to. I can't even repeat some of the stuff that he said. I don't know if you've you may have seen the footage where it was like the point before the goal where Leroy Jetta, the Essendon player at the time, fucking kept he got on his own. He was within 20 meters of space on his own, but he couldn't fucking pick the ball up to kick the goal. At that point, I lost it. Like back then, I fucking lost it. I was on the ground throwing tantrums. I kid you fucking not. And and then obviously Essendon won. But as I went to apologise to my pa, I couldn't find him because he had to go down, drive to. Now we lived on a pretty big property lived on a big house at the time. The driveway was about 100 meters away. He had to drive down to the driveway because he was gonna fucking belt me. That's how much I terrorised him. Yeah, I can throw another example of when Essendon were playing. Now, this was the year that obviously they did the illegal substances in 2012, where Essendon were on top.
Tisk.
You fucking start. Where Essendon, who were on top at the time, were playing Melbourne, who were winless, and literally it was probably the worst team you'd seen since fucking Fitzroy. In their last couple of years, it was that bad.
Fucking uncalled for.
I'm sorry.
No, that was uncalled for. No.
Hey man, you know what? Fucking cry me a river, faggot. Anyway,
that's right. There's no need for that sort of language.
Cheats.
Yeah, probably. I feel actually guilty for saying that.
Good.
Not gonna lie. And I remember. I remember we had this blue plastic baseball bat, and I was I remember I was watching it, and obviously did not like what I was seeing. When they lost, I remember I went to like where there was an open bedroom door. I went up to it with the baseball bat, and I've just gone fucking whack. It's bent in half. That's how much I whacked it.
All
Yeah,
right,
look,
fellas, it is 3 o'clock. I'm gonna have to leave now, so I'll join you guys in our next
yeah,
session.
we'll make sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
See you later. Bye bye.
See ya. And then another one that I can think of, and this was only recently, the 2021 COVID. This is the last example I'll give you, and then we can move on. 2021 COVID. I was watching the Essendon Sydney game, and I think it was at the start of the game was all right. I think Nick Cox, when he was actually on the park, kicked the goal. It was. I mean, I thought it was a really good goal. And the second quarter, they fell. Well, they didn't do that good in the second quarter. And I remember I had a pencil next to me on my bedside table. I picked it up and I've just fucking thrown it at the door. Mind you, this was fucking 2 years ago that I've done this. I picked up a pencil and thrown it. And what made matters worse is obviously, I mean, it's been stated that I'm loud when it comes to sport. I had my window open in the first half.
You idiot.
Yeah, my mum had to come in and tell me to I don't know if you heard, but there was somebody across the street telling you to shut up. And I'm like, oh, I didn't hear it. And she asked me if I had the window open. I looked up and I went pretty much, I was like, oh, fuck. Yep, I have the window open. So better close it. And that still didn't stop me. I was still.
No, really? I'm not, you know what? Knowing everything I know about you, I'm shocked that didn't stop you.
You know what? Why? I'm actually. I can't even defend myself because I know it's true. Oh, but no, I used to throw like some of the worst tantrums. Now I just complain about everything now, which shouldn't really surprise you at all. But, and my poor birds have to deal with it too. Like, win, lose, I come in here and I tell them, and they just sit there in silence and go, "Fuck, is he gonna murder us now, or what's happening?" But no, they're still here. So obviously that's a good thing. But
Minor miracle, that.
why is it a minor miracle? What are you saying? Do you think that low of me that I'd kill my own birds? How
No.
fucking dare you?
No, I don't think you'd kill them.
That's a
Deliberately.
fucking lie.
Deliberately.
What do you mean? How could I kill him by accident? You know what? We don't even need to talk about that, right?
Okay.
Let's move on, right? And I think it's okay. So we need to talk about like the culture, like having a really good culture, a team culture, overall, a good club culture. That means a lot to being successful. Correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, we won't harp on this for too long because it can be touchy to some people. But some of the stuff that's going on at Melbourne, they're falling off a cliff. Joel Smith, possibly out for 4 years. Yeah, the Clayton Oliver stuff, that is.
Yeah, but how much of that Clayton Oliver stuff has actually happened? How much of it is people seeing that there's something going on with Clayton Oliver and going, this would be funny if I could make people think this is what's happening?
Well, you know how he was reported in hospital the other week. I read a few things. Well, not read a few things, but like you'd have to say that you kind of have to lead towards that. Was it an over?
Have to though.
But did you see the video of him kicking in a wall? in the state that he was in then. Like he broke somebody's
Yeah.
wall.
Okay, yeah, no, that you can't refute that bit.
But I think, and Melbourne weren't very clear when they put out their statement with him in hospital. So you kind of have to not think, but not really. Well, yeah, you kind of have to assume that it is something drug related, and whether or not he OD'd. Now that,
Remember, to assume is to make an ass out of you and me.
well, the only people that would disagree with us, you'd think would be Melbourne supporters. I think you'd have to look. Sometimes the obvious reasons seem to be the ones that are like true. Now, obviously, Melbourne haven't come clean with this. If it wasn't like an OD that let's be honest, that's what it looks like, that he OD'd, overdosed on something. To me,
I
that's
honestly don't know enough about it to comment on it.
But I just think that there are things going on at Melbourne that are just it's going to derail them. Like what? Now, look, you can have a bit of a chuckle what Stephen May said, which this kind of leads into what I want to talk about next. How he said, well, pretty much ripped into Collingwood. And it's like saying that they should have easily beaten them. And it's like, well, mate.
You didn't.
You didn't. So what the fuck are you saying? You beat them when it didn't matter.
Yeah, but Stephen May, you can't exactly accuse him of being the sharpest tool in the shed.
No, well, yeah, we can't forget that he punched a teammate.
That derailed one of their seasons.
That was last season. And this season, it was just, well, I think their whole issue started with the Clayton Oliver. When he got injured in the 10-week hamstring injury, which, like, I don't know, like that seemed a bit sus. Just a hamstring for 10 weeks. Now, I know it's probably possible, but it like there are things there at Melbourne that just don't seem right. They are not at the moment. They are not what you call, well, they're not a Brisbane. They're not on Brisbane's level, and they're not on Collingwood's level when it comes to the culture side of things. Now, we know there were certain things that happened with some of the Collingwood players, but they dealt with it like that.
Yeah.
Like the DeGoey stuff, the Ginnivan stuff. And, well, with Melbourne, they're not being very clear. So that's that to me will be interesting to see how it all kind of plays out. Okay, so as I said, what I was saying before with Stephen May, how he was taking pretty much talking shit without being able to back it up. Like factually, he couldn't back up what he said because they lost to Collingwood when it mattered in a final. Now, I sent you something yesterday. Was it yesterday or this morning? Where it was a Carolina
this morning.
Green Bay.
I haven't seen it.
You have seen it because you laugh reacted it. You numpty. Did you just laugh reacted at the message without watching the clip?
Oh yeah, the I Study 2 thing.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty cold.
I'm pretty sure I've sent that to you before as well.
No, I've sent it to you.
I've definitely sent it back to you as well.
Oh, you have? Well, it looks like our memories, we have the memory of a goldfish then, don't we?
No, really?
I mean, look, I feel like I have a better memory than you. So, like,
Which is why,
you know, when we do catch up, when we do this,
covered, buddy.
When we do this video that we've got planned, I'm going to smoke you in this.
I'm just going to make sure it's shit you don't know.
Well, see, no, that's not particularly fucking fair. You can't just random.
When you can't just make it grand final scores that involve Essendon, okay?
Hey, now who said anything about scores? Anyway, so that, like, look, that moment was pretty cold. Like when he's like, the defender told his teammates that it's a wheel route. It's a wheel route, which for people that don't know NFL, the running back, like in this instance, stands to the right of the quarterback, and he pretty much just does like a wheel, like runs kind of like does like a wheel kind of movement, and essentially that's what a wheel route is. And where the running back is like the primary target. Well, in Madden at least, it's like the primary target. Like he becomes like an option for the quarterback to throw to. And that's what the defender was referring to, because the way that, because as you heard Cam Newton say, I say you study film. And
watch this.
That was so cold because he got the touchdown to the running back. And you know what makes that video even funnier? That wheel route was still open. If they had gone with it, they would have gotten the touchdown. And yet the defender knew what the route was going to be, or what he thought. But that moment of, I see you've been watching films too, huh? Cool, watch this.
And then bam, touchdown.
Prime Cam Newton was something fucking different. I mean, yeah, look, his career probably derailed because of how much he moved. But, I mean, now it's a norm. If the quarterback can't move, they're shit. Well, they don't last long in the league. Like, think of Mac Jones. He won't last that long. He's not going to last long now.
Didn't the Pats win the other day?
Yeah, they're 2-5 though.
Still, a win's a win. Who'd they beat?
Buffalo. But
Mr. MVP himself.
Okay. So you're going to rub that in my face, are you? You're going to rub that in my face, are you?
Gonna rub some fireball under your nose soon, I reckon. You guys not going to win MVP losing to the Pats.
Mate, one game doesn't make a fucking difference. Aaron Rodgers, when he won the 2020, 2021 MVP, he threw like 4 picks in week, or 2 picks in week 1. MVP.
Did he lose to the Pats?
He didn't play the Pats that year.
There you go.
Tampa Bay. The Tom Brady led. Anyway, you're making me derail.
I'm not talking about Tom Brady led teams. I'm talking post Brady Patriots that have been god awful.
He hasn't played them yet. Nor will he this season because
he's injured.
His Achilles went within 5 minutes of the season. But anyway,
ping.
But I want to talk about examples of and look, I think we've got to give examples of players that have talked smack, right, and have been able to back it up, and when they haven't been able to. Now, I mean, I can think of one like between us where I said to you guys when we went bowling last year that I was going to absolutely crush you, and not only did that not happen, I was so bad that we're not going to even tell you what my score was. It was actually pathetic.
One of the funniest examples I can think of is Iman Shumpert, basketball player, won titles with LeBron, but started his career with the Knicks. He was playing one game against Kobe Bryant, and he kept Kobe Bryant to like single-digit points through 3 quarters and was having a really good game. And then going into the 4th quarter, Kobe Bryant lined up next to him at the start of the corner and said, "You had a good game." At the start of the 4th. And Iman Shumpert looked at him like, "What the fuck do you mean?" And then Kobe Bryant lit him up for like 22 points in the 4th quarter. Just absolutely cooked him.
So he ended the game with almost 30 points. Yeah. Okay.
What about Shumpert's like feeling himself because he's been locking up Kobe Bryant, and then Kobe Bryant walks up to him and goes, "You had a good game," at the start of the 4th.
Okay. Can you think of an example of us where you've said something and that hasn't worked out? Or can you think of another example where I've said something and I've ended up with probably needing to eat humble pie? There's been I know there's a lot more of me talking shit and not being able to back up, but
I don't really know if it counts as talking shit, but there was one time when I was watching you play Siege, and I said, "You're on for an ace here, Lockie." And you went, "I bet," and then got blown up by a Capcom trap on
You
the
know what's
first
funny?
door you walked
I
through.
made the TikTok. I'm pretty sure it said like, "Oh, you're feeling ace from me? All right, bet." And I've gone in, I've broken the door, and then I've just fucking died because there was multiple Capcom traps. And my reaction, I couldn't even be angry. I was pissing myself laughing. That yeah, that I'm not gonna lie, that was actually a really funny moment. Um, I mean, if you can't think of any, I've got one just recently. So the New York Giants played Washington right early this morning, and well, earlier in the week, the Giants rookie cornerback, the guy that they took with the first pick in the recent draft, pick 25. He got asked a question, and you know what his response was? I don't know anybody on the Washington offense. Which, I mean, they have a very good, a top receiver, but other than that, I thought, okay, that's fine. You know, let's see what let's see what he can do. And then I read something where the Washington coach in his post-game press conference said Deontay Banks, which the rookie, he walked by into our locker room, walked by me, walked up to Terry McLaurin, the receiver that I was referring to, and the quarterback, Sam Howell, on the leg, and he said, lace him up. It's going to be a long fucking day. And he walked there and put us in the chamber today. Got his first career interception, and he was a lock. The banks were
backed
closed.
it up, did he?
The banks were closed on Sunday. That's what all the Giants fans have been saying. He's been actually so good. He is a trash talker, but you know what the thing is?
He backs it up.
He can back it the fuck up. Which, I mean, obviously, as you can tell, I'm rocking my Giants cap. They won 14-7. You know, so that's
high scoring game, high octane offense.
Look, mate, as you keep telling me, it doesn't matter how you win.
Doesn't matter. The scorebook says it's a win.
It doesn't. Yeah. The score, it's like cricket. It doesn't matter how it says you got out. What's
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you got the runs. It just says that you got the runs.
Yep, you may have French cut it before, mate. Doesn't matter. It's a 4 in the scorebook.
That's a cover drive, baby.
That was your best shot last season, the French cut.
Yeah.
Sorry, was that harsh? But
I only played one French cut last season.
Chopped it on.
I played more cover drives than I did French cuts last season.
Oh, I listened to you. But yeah, so those two examples are one where you like that example, you go, shit, all right.
It's like
one that I could
Larry Bird into the first ever 3-point contest, walked into the locker room and said, "All right, guys, who's coming second?" And he won. And he went and won it.
Jesus Christ. That's fair. Now, okay, there's another one. I don't know if there was a UCLA quarterback coming out of college one year, the same draft class as Lamar and Josh Allen. And he was projected to be the number 1 pick, slipped to pick 10 to Arizona Cardinals. His name's Josh Rosen. He went out and said that there were 9 mistakes picked ahead of me, or 9 other teams made mistakes, something like that, along those lines. He's currently on his 6th team. The Arizona got rid of him after 1 year. And, he's just been a bust.
It's probably a reason I don't remember him.
But, no, he was well known for saying, there were 9 mistakes picked ahead of me. And it's like, well, you better back it up. I think he said he's going to, leading up to the draft, he said something like he wanted to win, he's going to win more rings than Tom Brady, something along those lines. And it's like,
well, he's still got time, I guess.
But you know what's funny? The backups get a ring. So technically he could.
If he picks the right team.
Oh, he's been on, no, he has not picked the right team. He's been on Miami when they were tanking for Tua. He was at Pittsburgh. He was at San Fran. He was at Atlanta last year. I don't know where the fuck he is now. But that's another good example of not working out. In the lead up to a 1998 qualifying final, Essendon North. This is the year where the final system was fucked. The first qualifying final was first versus eighth.
What?
Yep. And Essendon finished eighth. And Kevin Sheedy said something like, "Oh, call North Melbourne soft as marshmallows." And the North fans brought the marshmallows. And Essendon lost that game. Unfortunately, the roles are reversed. Essendon are soft as marshmallows. But oh shit! Sorry, did I say that? No. But
did you see what Trent Cotchin put out a book recently? And did you see what he wrote? What Damien Hardwick said after in the post game of his last game
against Essendon. Yep.
Yeah, but did you see what the quote was? It was He looked at the Essendon list and said, "These guys are a bunch of spuds, and you guys aren't even as good as they are."
Yeah, look, honestly, if I'm Essendon, if I don't use that, and what the Giants banner was when they lost to them by 150 odd points, whatever the fuck it was, I don't even want to think about that. That I want to erase that game from my memory bank. But their banner gave shit about their finals. It's like, when are you guys going to fucking stand up and use this as a tool to, go, you know what? None of these clubs fucking respect you. We're going to make them respect us. And at the moment, they're just getting pushed around. They need to fucking stand their ground and go, you know what? This is what people think of us. We need to change something. And guess what? Well, we don't fucking know if anything's changed. So
Todoro's still there at the moment.
No. His role is gone. He's not in that role after this year.
So he's still currently there.
Oh, fucking yeah. Okay.
You still have to deal with him for another month.
Shut up. Yeah, you fucking smile with your guys fucking making Joe Danaher the fit, healthy player that he is now.
Yeah. Terrible list management over at Brisbane, huh?
Well, look, at least at least they're training like
Lincoln McCarthy and Joe Danaher when no one else could.
Well, look, at least their training lights don't fucking run out. Like the facilities. Remember when their training lights went? No? Yes? No?
That's a low blow.
Actually, no. I know you can go lower than that. Come on.
No,
come on. Do it. I'm asking you to do it. I'm giving you permission. This is a rare time.
Do it.
What?
It's no fun if you're giving me permission to.
Fucking do it. Look, this is the one time where, look.
How low do you want me to go?
Go as low as you fucking can. Do it, pussy. You don't.
Yeah. I just find it remarkable that you managed to find teams that stink. It's like you have a remarkable ability to pick a team and they stink.
You fucking oath I do. Why is that
Southampton? You pick Southampton, they get relegated. Essendon just every season.
Hey, to be fair,
New York Giants since Eli Manning. And
hey, look. To be fair with Essendon, when I was born, they were winning finals. So, fucking leave me alone.
It's your fault.
I'm surprised that I still have hair at this point. To be completely honest, all my teams fucking suck. I mean, the Giants. I walk into this season with fucking hope, and they're 2-5. They're 2-5.
That's just what happens when you go into a season of hopeful.
Yeah, no, and then watching that first game, watching them lose to Dallas 40-0 made me want to fucking cry. Oh, I could not believe it. You know what? You don't have to. No, that's a low blow. I know I asked for it, but fuck me, that is so low.
I did ask you how low you wanted me to go.
And you know what? I got what I deserved, didn't I? Sorry, no, I got what I asked for. But look, in saying that, I think, well, look, I don't think the people know how I became a Giants fan, actually. I don't think. Do you really think they want to know? Probably not. But am I gonna tell them?
I know, are you?
Yep. So
I don't even know if I remember why.
all right, so here it is. So I remember I was home from school one day. I was sick, and now look, what I'm about to say, it is not racist, right? Mind you, I was a 10-year-old fucking
Of course,
kid.
we have to add a racist warning, so that's not good.
No, don't. No. Okay, so it was the last year when the Giants, it was the season where the Giants won their last Super Bowl, right?
Oh,
No,
bandwagon
fuck
Giants
off.
fan.
No, because at the time I'm pretty sure they needed to like win to keep in the hunt. They were like still in the
Borderline
hunt.
missing out.
Borderline missing out, yes. I think they were, I can't remember exactly the record, but they were like 7 wins and like 6 losses or something. So they were borderline. And they were playing in New England. And I remember just laying in bed with me orange juice and chips, watching the Giants play. And the commentator, Joe Buck, the way he pronounced Eli Manning, I loved it. Like, Eli Manning. And I fucking loved it.
You were hooked.
I was fucking hooked. Like, literally because of that. So it was kind of the pronunciation of the quarterback that I loved. And, yeah. And obviously the Giants ended up winning that game. So I'm like, you know what? I'll go for the Giants.
You in.
They sucked. Thank you, Joe Buck. I really loved it. And now I've seen them win one playoff game in the last fucking decade, because 2012 was the last year they won the Super Bowl. So they've won in 11 years for a New York team. They've won one playoff game.
You just need to get on my level and pick good teams.
Oh, fuck it. Brisbane lost the grand final. They're shit. Boston, they lost the fucking NBA championships. They choked. Arsenal choked. And then on top of that, Baltimore, fuck, they won't get past the first round of the playoffs.
Well, we don't need to mention the Red Sox at the moment. They didn't have a good season at all.
Okay, and the Red Sox, I didn't even know that you were a Red Sox fan. And the Red Sox are, well, yeah. So, oh, yeah, look, your teams are up there in contention, but they keep fucking choking when it matters, man. See, now that's an interesting question.
I could insert another low blow here.
Do it right now. I actually want to hear this. Do it right now.
Finals.
Sorry?
At least they win. My teams win finals.
Oh, and which team are you referring to that doesn't win finals, huh?
Well, apparently the Giants.
I know they won one last season. So how about you? I mean, 1 in 11 years isn't something to harp on about. Well, actually, no, it wouldn't be 1 in 11 years, because 11 years it was 2012. So they've won 3. Hang on. Wildcard division. 5 playoff games in the last 11 years, and 4 of those came in their Super Bowl run.
So they won 4 in one of those years.
Yes. 2012 to be exact. And okay, what's the other team that are you referring to that can't win the final? You know what? No, I don't even want to fucking hear it because I already know it. You know what?
I don't know. Have Southampton lost an FA Cup in the last few years? In the final?
I don't fucking know. But okay, look, in saying that, okay, so pretty much what we're saying is I follow teams that just can't seem to fucking get it together. They're dysfunctional and just shit. And you fucking follow teams that just keep choking when it matters. There's no in between. There's like no mediocrity and there's like not one championship. That's
Don't worry, Boston are going to win it this year.
Oh fuck! Here we go. You said that last season as well, didn't you?
Boston are going to win it.
You said the same thing about Arsenal.
I guarantee Boston are winning it.
Okay, you know what? If they don't win it, here we go. If Boston don't win it, right? Well, now this is going to be tough. This has only just come to me now because you are now just fucking. You know, you're getting on my nerves with this.
Hell, just because I know how to pick a good franchise.
No, because like you're arrogant, right?
Here we fucking go with this arrogant shit again.
You're being fucking arrogant. And then, you know what? You're lucky I didn't rip into you when Brisbane lost this season. I lost the grand final, even though I said I was going to, and I didn't because I felt sorry for you. Okay, if Boston do not win, right? Fuck, hang on. You'll be waiting. You'll be waiting until June. Whenever the
like
it's
in June. Yeah.
All right. We're gonna go to a pier, right? A beach pier.
Yeah.
Yep.
In June, you're a prick.
And you are gonna jump in. You are gonna jump in and go for a swim.
In June?
Yep.
Fuck you.
But look, if they do win it,
You're jumping in, prick.
Hey, look, but if they do it, I have to do it as well. Like, if they win it, I have to do it. So it's a win-lose.
I'm Boston are winning it, so I don't have anything to be worried about.
It's settled. That's another one. I can't believe we just fucking did that. Well, that's actually very depressing. That I could be fucked. All right. Well,
Christ, you're going to lose both of them.
Yeah. Look, with that 4-ball one, it is actually look. If he throws 18, doing 9 shots, that's really dangerous. Apparently, so like I don't know. You might want to.
If the number gets excessively high, I am willing to amend it to a shot for every 3 interceptions.
Can you? I think he's projected to throw 18 or something like that.
And like once we get closer to the date, I will like announce any amendments to in the interest of not having to drive you to the hospital to get your stomach pumped.
Oh, don't have to be on a drip. Yeah, because look, look, as much as look, there are funny situations that would not be funny.
That would be messy.
That would actually upset a fair few people, I would think. My birds would be very upset. I think they'd cry without me.
We don't need to kill you.
Not yet, at least. Uh-oh.
I mean, if you start annoying me, I might.
Whoa! Okay. Now this is just, nah, sorry, boys. Nah. You see that? That's a fucking murderer right here.
It would be manslaughter. I'm not trying to kill you.
Oh, you'd make it look like an accident. No comment. Look both ways. No comment. Nope. All right. Well, I think we've chatted for a fair bit. Look, probably wasn't as much sport as what we talk about, but to kind of see how we started off our love for sport. I feel like that was a pretty good kind of insight for everybody. So yeah. So on that note, we will see you later. We will have a clip out later tonight.
Don't say later tonight as if this episode's going to get uploaded this morning.
Well, yes, no. Look, that was a blunder by Summit. That I think we can use the introduction as that clip.
Remember,
I reckon
any time after 12 is afternoon.
And well, it's still afternoon now. Remember, when it gets to 6, it's evening.
Afternoon.
Evening. Okay, you know what? Before we have this debate again, we'll debate this off camera before we kill each other. So I am Lachlan Turner.
And I'm Liam McDonald.
And we will see you next time.
Toodles.